Using your magic to lock me in? Do you really want to feel the tip of my blade against your skin that badly, Demon Lord? Do you really believe someone as evil as you would even have a chance at defeating me? What you fail to learn after all this time is that humans refuse to relent. Even if I fall to you, it won't be long before another hero comes for your head. You won't get away with everything you've done. I am not alone. Even if we aren't as large as your armies, my friends and I are enough to stop your evil plans. How dare you insinuate just because we are few in number? I am alone. What are you... Keeping the rest of my party away because you're afraid to face us at our fullest potential? I didn't take the Demon Lord for a coward. I'm disappointed in you. I thought such a powerful opponent would be more willing to take on a challenge. I'm sorry, am I hearing you right? You said you wanted to be alone with me? Why would you want to fight me one-on-one? That's kind of what we're supposed to do, you know? I'm the chosen hero, and it's my sworn duty to stop you from destroying this world. Yes, I swore on it. Did you think I just found out I was the chosen hero and was forced to fight no matter what? Oh, no, that's just a common misconception. If the chosen hero chooses not to swear to defend the lands against demonic evil, another hero is chosen. I believe that there were 3 chosen heroes before I took my oath. And I wasn't gonna let this opportunity pass me by. Yes, it was an opportunity. They can't hear me on the other side of that door, can they? And how long will it remain locked? Oh, thank goodness. It was an opportunity to see you. I couldn't have let that pass for anything in the world. And you've grown to be such a stunning demon, worthy of your title and the respect that comes with it. Well, technically, I'm not choosing saving the world over you, am I? Saving the world is nice and all, but seeing you is even better. I missed you. It's been years since I last saw you. Being the Demon Lord has kept you quite busy, hasn't it? Well, you could say I've been busy doing hero duties, yes. Though, I will say that much of my time has been spent on the farm. Yeah, I did want to open my own bakery, but I was the only person who could take care of my family's farm, so as I got older, I sort of ended up taking over. Everything's just fine. Vegetables always come in without issue, and the cows are just as comfortable as they've always been. But enough about me. How's the whole Demon Lord thing been for you? That's good. Not in the sense that people are feeling a sense of danger because of the invading demonic forces, but I'm glad taking the throne wasn't a struggle like I've heard it can be. Aren't demons more prone to violent power struggles than humans are? You must be fairly respected to not have to deal with much of that. I always told you had the makings of a great leader in you, not just because of your royal blood. No, I wasn't saying all those things just because you were my friend. I really meant every word. I've always thought you could do great things. Well, that I technically doing well for yourself does mean doing harm to humanity, yes, but you're different from me. I chose to accept this role. You were born into it, and if it hadn't been for me, your final battle would look a lot different. No, no, I'd never strike you with my blade. I suppose this isn't much of a battle, unless you plan to strike me down. I, I, I knew the Demon Lord would be too weak to face me in battle. Okay, fine. I'm only teasing you. Besides, you said they couldn't hear us from the outside. It's not like I'm trying to impress someone or anything. Well, that depends. Is it working? Then no, I'm not trying to impress anyone. I think the person I want to impress might not enjoy it. Might even make them use their demonic magic on me. Fine. I'll stop, I promise. But, out of curiosity, if someone did want to impress someone as important in status and as powerful as you, how would they do that? Power? That's really something that impresses you? But you've already got a good amount of power. Most people, or demons for that matter, would pale in comparison in that regard, wouldn't they? Well, I can't say I've ever met a human who's come close to besting me in all the different ways you did when we were growing up. Do you think that's what I'm saying? Then I guess I'm saying you're better than everyone else at everything. Well, almost everything. I know there are at least a couple of things I've always been better at than you. Well, milking a cow for one. I still remember when you complained about the udders being icky. But I'm really glad you don't want to fight me. I don't think all the training I did would ever help me be evenly matched with you. You always were the better fighter after all. I can think of a few things we could do instead of fighting. Well, we could sit on your throne, get nice and comfortable. Well, I mean, only if you want to get that close to me, of course. I think I get it. You could have told me without moving closer. Why though? Why would you like seeing me like this? Uh, uh, I'm you would instead of standing there and calling me cute, do you think maybe we could squeeze onto your throat? I do. Only if I... You really want to make me work for it, don't you? And what about all the work I have done up to this point? Does any of that count? I mean, I did all of it for you, after all. Alright, so maybe fighting the demonic forces you sent to the human kingdoms wasn't done for you, but everything I did was done with the intention of seeing you. Ugh, fine. I'll do this one last thing for you, but after that, it might turn into a courtship. Alright, so, um, okay, okay, are, are you comfortable? Great, so, then we, oh, you, you fiend, how dare you grab me like this? I. Yes, but. I didn't expect you to be so bold about it. Yes, I do. I think you're very warm. Like I'm meant to be here. It makes everything I had to go to get here feel like it was worth it. For the first time in 3 years, I feel safe. Yeah, I had to train for a long time to even feel ready to start the journey. I was considered a threat? Really? But look at me, I'm just a humble farmer. Well, alright, so maybe I'm responsible for defeating a lot of demonic soldiers, but in my defense, none of that would have happened if someone wasn't starting invasions. Less violent, you say? Well, I believe your subjects may have missed that memo, my plum. What? Don't like it? It's. I've been calling you that for years. Why would I suddenly come up with something better? Oof, goodness. Now whose teasing is crueler? Are you worried your subjects might find out how soft and sweet you are? You know, like a plum. Nope, I'm not changing my mind. You're my plum. You've always been my plum, and you will always be my plum. I won't be changing it, and nothing you will say will convince me to. Besides, I know you love it when I call you that. What other demon lord is going to order their soldiers to be as non-violent as possible when invading human villages? But, let's not discuss any of that. Let's just talk, be in the moment. Well, I mean, as long as it's just the two of us. No interruptions? You aren't gonna have a servant come in and bring you your afternoon snack or anything? Really? You did all that because you knew I would be coming over today? That does explain why the castle seemed suspiciously vacant when we stepped in. But I'm glad you ensured that there would be nobody here but you. I've grown rather tired of fighting. Oh, yes, this is so much better than having to fight. Uh, how, how did you feel when you first found out that I was the chosen hero? You miss me that much? I'm I'm sorry. I didn't write to you after you went through all the trouble of teaching me. It's just that between taking over the farm and then finding someone to take care of it when I became the hero, I just... Huh? Uh, why? Thank you. I know you don't think I should feel the need to explain all the details to you, but I don't want you to think for a moment that I abandoned you in any sense of the word. Well, that's, I know, but, but we could. I said we could. I've done so much throughout our lives to show you that I would do anything for you. I know I haven't formally courted you, but would you, uh, 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 uh you, you absolute fiend! How dare you? Oh. How could you not? Isn't it obvious what the problem with this entire situation is? Well, if I'm the one courting you, then I should be the one doing things like that. Oh, like stealing a person's first kiss. No, don't say that. Something like that is kind of embarrassing. I am not cute when I'm embarrassed. No, stop saying it. Um, you, you don't seem as nervous about kissing. Have you kissed someone before? Oh, you, you worried me for a second. I mean, even if you've kissed people before, that's totally fine. It's not like I've been courting you all this time or anything. After all, you know, even though I really wanted to since we were children. Yeah, I have. I've had these feelings for you for years now. uh, if you hadn't already noticed by now. Well, I'm glad that we were each other's first kiss, and that you've also had those same feelings for me. That being said, am I correct in supposing my proposal to court you was enough to bring this invasion to an end? Nope, I didn't forget. How could I forget with everyone I encounter telling me about how I'm saving the world? Tired. So tired. But this makes all that stress just melt away. If we could, I'd like to stay like this forever. Just the two of us here like this. If only we could stop time and let this moment last for ages. But you'll have to open that door at some point. But what was that about? Is that so? Well, if you don't think I should worry about it, then I won't bring it up again. You're so warm. Holding you is like holding the residual heat from an oven that's been extinguished. It's perhaps the most comforting warmth a person can experience. Because most people aren't that warm when you hold them, but you are. Your warmth surpasses the warmth of anyone else in the world, human or demon. Yes, I could stay this close to you for eternity if the world allowed it. You know, I could never forget your smell. Oof. You've always smelled so sweet, like fruits. You're so cruel, my plum. I do not smell like sweat and sunlight. Ugh. If I did, we wouldn't be in each other's arms. Oh, only a bit. I think I can stay awake. Yeah, rest sounds good. You too, huh? That's all right. A nap would be lovely, don't you agree, my plum? Oh, ah. You're right. It's a fitting end to everything. And a fitting start to an official courtship. Ugh. Finally, that door did not want to budge. Do you think he's alright? He was alone with the Demon Lord for quite a long time. I don't think you need to worry about him anymore. Look up at the Demon Lord's throne. The two of them are sleeping together? We must have missed more than I thought. Is it just me, or do they look really comfortable together? I mean, the hero was pretty secretive. Maybe he only swore an oath to get close to the Demon Lord? They're not a bad-looking demon either. Do you think this means they formed a truce? That looks like a truce if I've ever saw one. I'm just glad we can go back to living our lives. Once the two of them wake up, that is. You know, I can't help but think that this is a bit of an anticlimactic end to our journey, but maybe the hero and the Demon Lord make an excellent point. Maybe there's more than one way to save the world. And, you know, a nap sounds lovely right about now.